Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Joe for the Soul, the show where we fuel your spirit, lift your mindset, and help you find clarity on your journey to success and through life. Today, we're diving deep into the topic of breaking free from fear, overcoming fear and self-doubt to reach your full potential. Fear can be a massive roadblock for many of us, but together we'll uncover ways to overcome it and live the life we're truly meant to live. So grab your coffee, get comfortable, and let's embark on this journey together.
Good morning and welcome to your morning motivational, the feel-good start to your day. And now, here is your host for Joe for the Soul, Mr. Kevin Mills.
Today we're talking about overcoming fear and self-doubt. So let's talk about what fear is and what self-doubt is. Essentially, fear is not know that there's somebody living in the closet who's going to jump out at us while we're sleeping, or a haunted house or anything else. Those aren't things that are holding us back from our life unless we have serious psychological issues, and hopefully we're getting counseling for that. The fear and the self-doubt that we're talking about is the fear to break out of our routine that we're in right now, what we consider to be a comfortable routine. And that might be a 9 to 5 where you're punching the clock, you're getting your paycheck, and you don't want to disrupt anything. It's not ideal. It's not what you thought you were going to be doing when you were younger, but it's paying the bills and it's putting food on the table, and why rock the boat? That's the fear I'm talking about. Breaking free from the fear of breaking free from that, being your own master, being your own captain of your own ship, that fear, the self-doubt that you have, that you're saying, you know what, that's not me, I can't do it, I don't have the resources, I don't have the time, I don't have the knowledge, whatever else it is, where you're doubting yourself. That's what we're going to talk about today. Overcoming that fear, overcoming that self-doubt. I want you to take a minute and listen to, or actually just go to reallykevin.com. Check out our social media there. On any of those social media platforms, send us a message, okay? Let us know what your fear is. Let us know what you want to accomplish. Let us know what self-doubt you may be trying to overcome, and we will try to get a response back to you, or just as exciting, see what kind of responses you get back from the community. This is a live show today. This is, while I'm at it, let's go ahead and clear out a couple of things. This is a live show today. We've been doing 3 shows a week for the last 2 weeks, and I thought that I would be up for that. And I love doing 3 live shows a week, but I'm doing 6 other shows of my own, and I am guest hosting and guesting on at least as many, if not more, other shows, in addition to trying to run my own life, which includes a number of different businesses, my family, putting up weekly coaching sessions and content at reallykevin.com. So my plate is a little full, and producing a full live morning show 3 times a week takes up a lot of time. So we're probably going to, after this show, this is Friday, September the 13th. Friday the 13th. I didn't even realize that until I just said that. Friday, September the 13th. After today's show, we'll probably go to 1 or 2 shows a week moving forward, and we will still continue to try to do them live. You can always catch all of the shows that have already been recorded, and you can continue to catch us live, because like I said, we will continue to do them live on those channels that we're on right now. And as we get more listeners, or more subscribers on other channels, we will start doing them live. For example, TikTok does not allow us to do a live show until we have 1,000 followers. Facebook does not allow us to do a live show on Facebook until we have 100 or more followers, and we have an account that's been more than 60 days old. So please join us on the different various social media sites that will allow us to do live broadcasts, and we will broadcast on those shows. Right now, you can catch us live on YouTube. The last 2 weeks, it has been Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. We'll probably go Tuesdays and Thursdays moving forward, live, same time on YouTube Live. You can find us at YT Really Kevin on YouTube, but you can go to reallykevin.com, click on any of our social medias, your favorite one, and just follow us there. Like us, subscribe us, and subscribe us, and follow us on all of them. I would appreciate that. But reallykevin.com, you can also find a lot of other resources, a lot of other shows there as well. I do a Really Kevin podcast. I also do a Really Kevin real estate that you can find on that same site. And I like to do just things about food and nutrition and activities and different things. And there's going to be a lot more of that coming up on those shows, on that site, and different shows that we're doing. So definitely go check that out. I'm going to take a quick commercial break, and we're going to jump into understanding the roots of fear in just a minute.
Live the resort lifestyle every day with Cayman K. The perfect pieces for every wardrobe. Shop the entire Cayman K collection and find your favorites. Find all our styles at CaymanK.com.
Absolution X, limited editions, lifestyle apparel like none other. Get yours today at absolutionx.com.
reallykevin.com. Weekly recorded coaching sessions. Learn, grow, find resources, opportunities and more. You'll find it all at reallykevin.com.
Welcome back to Joe for the Soul. Now that we've established the theme for today's show, let's dig in deeper into understanding what fear actually is and why it has such a powerful hold over us, why it controls us the way that it does. Let's talk about fear's biological and psychological roots. That is why it's so powerful, because it is literally ingrained into us biologically and psychologically. It is something that we can overcome, but it is something that has been programmed into our psychosis, and it is a biological layover from our caveman days. Let's discuss how fear is a survival mechanism. When we were young on this planet, when we were still out there having to find animals to kill for food and for clothing, when we were having to gather fruits and berries and nuts in order to survive and eat, we developed or God in his kindness gave us an innate fear of things that we don't understand. Things that we don't understand could potentially be harmful to us. So if we haven't eaten that plant before, maybe we shouldn't eat it this time, because no matter how hungry we are, we don't know if it's going to hurt us or not. We've seen other plants around that other people have eaten for years. We know those are okay. We're going to fear that plant because we don't want to get sick, like we've seen happen to other people. We don't want to die, like we've seen happen to other people when they've eaten things that they shouldn't have. We want to be afraid of that really big animal with the sharp teeth, because that really big animal with the sharp teeth may eat us rather than us eating them. These are biological fears that are ingrained in us. Now, these biological fears come out in our current modern life as a fear to try new things, a fear to do something, a fear to break out of what is something that's comfortable for us. And just a quick note, I noticed that the Dow just went up. We have other things going on in the studio too. I just saw it flash green. It's been down all day. Those are fears that hold us back in our modern day. All we have to do is reprogram ourselves and understand that fear is not something that is going to hurt us. Fear is something that's going to make us stronger. Fear is an opportunity. Our psychological roots is what is going to allow us to do that. Our psychological roots, though, are from people telling us, you can't do that. You can't do that because of this. You can't do that because of that. If you try that, you're going to be broke. If you try that, no one's going to like you. If you try that, you're going to drive yourself insane. Different things that we've been programmed throughout our life to believe, that have been told to us, that aren't necessarily the truth, and probably not the truth at all. Because you know what? When you program yourself with the truth that you want to believe, that is the truth. When you make something real for yourself, that is the truth. I've never let anybody tell me I can't do things. I never told my children you can't do things. Whatever they told me they wanted to do, even if in the back of my head I thought it was a little crazy, I told them I thought they were going to be awesome at it. Don't tell people they can't do things, because you know what? They can if they want to. Don't tell yourself that you can't do things, because you know what? You can if you want to. So just as we have been psychologically programmed to believe that we can't or we should be afraid of, we can program ourselves and we can believe, and it's easy to believe once we do it, that we absolutely can't. There's nothing to be afraid of. The step is starting. That first step is saying, you know what? I'm going to figure out how to do that. Now, whether that is you doing research and finding out how to make that happen, or whether that is you just taking that step because it's something you know that you can do, get that step done. I was having a conversation the other day, and I was literally yesterday, I was telling somebody, in my life, I have done so many different things. I have been a photographer. I've traveled all over the world doing photography. I've had my own model and talent agency. I've had my own promotional company. I have had my own newspaper and magazine and coupon books. I've had my own printing company, publishing company, real estate companies. Just the list goes on and on and on. Production companies. I have a production company now. I have done so many different things that I couldn't even put together a resume. It would just be all over the place. There's not one single vein that I could be consistent with in a resume for my entire life, because everything that I thought I was interested in, everything that I thought I wanted to try, I said, you know what? I'm going to do that. Not, you know what? That'd be cool, but I can't do it. You know, that's interesting, but I can't do it. That wasn't me. I said, you know what? I want to have a promotional company. I think that'll be fun. I'm going to go out and I'm going to figure out how to do it. I'm going to do the work. I'm going to make it happen. And I did. I had a very successful promotional company. It was called Laughing Gator Promotions. I wanted to have a publishing company. I wanted to do my own magazines. I wanted to do my own newspaper. And we also printed coupon books at the same time. If I had listened to people, they would have told me no. But I didn't. I decided I was going to go ahead and do it. And I started by publishing different mediums. And from that, it literally led me into being able to acquire a printing company. Somebody said, hey, you know what? You've got all these publications anyway. Why don't you buy this printing company that I have? Perfect. Let me buy that printing company. So I had a printing company that not only printed our published materials, but was also a profitable business on its own. It made money beyond what the money it was that it saved us from being able to print our own materials. My point is, don't let anybody, including yourself, say that you can't do something. If there's something you want to do, something you want to try, something that interests you, find out what it is that you need to do to make it work for you, whether it's an education, whether it's buying an existing company already, whether it's partnering with somebody who already knows what they're doing. Don't let fear stop you from doing that. Don't let self-doubt stop you. Just literally kick it to the curb. I don't want to use profanity, but that's what I would say is, screw you, fear. Screw you, self-doubt. I'm doing this. There's no room in my life for you. There is no room in this process for you. Get out of my way and get on it. It may sound simple, but it really is that simple. We're going to take a break, and when we get back, we're going to dive into this some more. Overcoming fear, overcoming self-doubt. I'll give you a spoiler alert. It is really as simple as deciding that you're going to do it. But I'd still love to have you come back and join us for the rest of the show. We'll be back in a minute.
Awaken your potential and harness the strengths of your inner self. Online courses that you complete at your own pace. Set and achieve all of your goals. Packed with an ever-growing catalog of information, resources, learning programs, weekly recorded coaching sessions, podcast, posts and more to keep you on track for your best life. Because the only person who can guarantee your success is you. www.reallykevin.com.
Live the resort lifestyle every day with Cayman K. The perfect pieces for every wardrobe. Shop the entire Cayman K collection and find your favorites. Find all our styles at caymank.com.
Absolution X. Limited editions. Seek your absolution. Lifestyle apparel like no other. Only at absolutionx.com.
All right, and we're back. And before we left, we laid a foundation of what fear is and where it comes from. Now let's talk about how we can truly break free from fear. This is where the magic happens. So grab a pen and paper, and if you haven't already been taking notes, definitely take some notes here. We're going to go through a step-by-step guide on facing fear. The practical steps of confronting and dismantling fears are: identify the root cause of your fear. What is causing you to feel the way that you are? What is causing you to not trust the process, not trust yourself? That's the self-doubt. What is the root cause? Did somebody tell you you couldn't do it, or you just don't believe yourself that you can't do it? Once we identify the root cause, we can actually address the root cause. Reframing negative thoughts and self-talk is going to be key in addressing that root cause. When we understand what it is that makes us believe what we believe, we can realize how wrong we are, and we can start convincing ourselves and start telling ourselves that we're wrong because of this. We shouldn't be afraid because of that. We can absolutely do this because we now know we are capable of doing it. We now know that we have a partner who has done this before and been successful with it. Now they're going to partner with us. Whatever the situation is, we address that root fear. We overcome it by reframing negative self-thoughts and self-talk. We take small steps, small actionable steps to accomplish what we want to accomplish. And this all breaks down really to lying into our goals. And we talk about goal setting a lot on Really Kevin, and it's the Really Kevin podcast. And we do weekly coaching sessions at reallykevin.com. If you're looking for something that is simple and quick and easy to jump into, that is going to be motivational, check out our podcast. It is absolutely free. Check out the resources and the tools that are reallykevin.com. They're less than $10 a month. You cannot beat that. And there's countless resources, even wealth building programs on that site. But set goals. You can set micro goals. You can set goals for your entire life. Whatever it is that you're going to do for your goal, take small actionable steps towards each one of those goals. So if you want to, say, build your own business, let's say you want to open a restaurant, Happy Hamburgers and French fries. Instead of saying, I'm going to open the restaurant and that's my goal, you need to break it down. What do you need to do in order to have Happy Hamburgers restaurant and French fries? You need to have the financing. And these are just simple steps. There's a lot more that goes into it, but you need to have the financing. You need to know that you have somebody, if you don't already know how to make hamburgers and French fries and maybe some milkshakes and whatever else you want to have. Do you have that? You need a location. You need furniture. You need marketing. There's a lot of things that go into it. And again, there's a lot of steps I'm not even covering. A business plan, for example. Each one of those are steps that you need to take to get to Happy Hamburgers and French fries. So break it down into little steps. Know that your end goal is Happy Hamburgers and French fries. Break it down into each of the little steps that is going to get you to Happy Hamburgers and French fries. The power of belief is stronger than you realize. Once you know you can do this, once you believe in yourself, once you trust yourself, once you have that self-belief, you're able to break free from fear. It is crucial. You need to believe in yourself. You need to know that you can do this in order for that fear to just melt away, in order for that self-doubt to just melt away. Now, we're halfway through this transformative journey. Again, I want to remind you that there are lots of resources at reallykevin.com. I know I keep pushing that, but it keeps coming up on my prompt to do that, so I apologize for that. Let's talk about the role of self-doubt in our lives and how we're going to overcome that. In this segment, we're going to talk about something closely tied to fear, and that is self-doubt. They go hand in hand. And how often do you find yourself doubting your own potentials and your own abilities? And because of that doubt, you're afraid to take a step. You're afraid to do something. You're afraid to have a conversation that maybe you need to have or you want to have. You're afraid to go in and ask the boss for a raise. You're afraid to go in and ask the boss for a promotion. You're afraid to paint your room a different color, whatever else it is. Your self-doubt, your not having faith in yourself compounds that fear and cripples you. It keeps you from doing all the things that you can be doing and many of the things that you should be doing. Self-doubt, it's powerful. We need to figure out ways to overcome it. And again, we can do that by just knowing that we have the power to do it. We can also do it with affirmations, positive affirmations. We can do it by talking to the right people in our lives, getting support from mentors who have done this before, or maybe haven't done specifically like Happy Hamburgers before, but they've built a business, or they have faith in us. Maybe it's our spouse, maybe it's one of our siblings, maybe it's our parents. They are the best cheerleaders. And when you have that behind you, you've got a great support system that will help that self-doubt melt away. It will help that fear melt away. It will help you understand that those self-doubts and those fears, they're unrealistic and they don't belong in your life. So now that we've covered all of this, okay, how to break free from your fear, how to break free from your self-doubt, let's talk about what it looks like to live life fearlessly and to reach your potential. We went back to goals, okay? Don't just set your goals. I want you to now imagine, okay, that you've reached these goals. Not just that you have Happy Hamburgers and French fries. Imagine the kind of lifestyle that you're going to have by owning Happy Hamburgers and French fries. Imagine you've done everything you need to do, and Happy Hamburgers and French fries is a huge success. So much so that you're able to open multiple locations through town, and you've got people asking you for franchise opportunities. Build this process into your goal setting, okay? And visualize what it is going to be, how it's going to look, how it's going to feel for each of these different goals that you have in life. And again, it doesn't just have to be about Happy Hamburgers. It could be about what you want in your relationship with your significant other. It can be what you want to accomplish with your family. It can be journeys that you want to take, vacations that you want to take, a new vehicle that you want. You've had your eye on a particular new type of car. You've always wanted a Bentley, whatever it is, okay? Make those part of your goals and visualize what it's going to be. But don't spend all of your time just daydreaming, okay? Daydreaming is not getting it done. Goals without action is just a dream, okay? Goals without, I want you to write that down. Goals without action are just dreams, okay? It's okay to dream, but only if we are taking action and we know that it's not just a daydream, not just a nice thought, it's something that's actually going to happen because we are going to make it happen. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. 100%, this is going to happen. This is going to be great. I think I want my Bentley to be silver, I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to hear what your goals are. I'd also love to hear what kind of personal positive affirmations each of you have for yourself. And I'd like you to share that not only with us, but with the community, because A lot of the affirmations that you have are affirmations other people can use. And I want you to read through responses as well, responses that we get, or just see what other people have in mind for their affirmations and see if there's any that you can adopt for yourself to also use for your journey in accomplishing what it is that you want to do. Fear, self-doubt, it does not have to control our lives, and it should not control our lives. And if you're letting it control your life, you need to fix that. There's absolutely no excuse for it. You have absolutely everything inside of you that you need to break free and achieve greatness. And remember, the only limits, and I've said this before so many times, and I say this, I said this for years, and I say this all the time. The only limits are yourself. The only thing holding you back from everything you want to do in life is yourself. And the only person who will allow you, who will push you, who will take you to everything you want to accomplish in this world is you. Yes, there are people who can help you. Don't let people distract you. Don't let people hold you back. Have people help you. But the only person is you. If you're not going to help yourself, no one else is going to. If you're not going to do this for yourself, if you're not going to be your own best proponent, your own cheerleader, your own motivation, nobody else is going to do it for you. I guarantee it. You have to do this on your own. Final reminder before we wrap up and get out of here, and you guys go do your day, and I hope you have a great day. Make sure that you take those steps. Make sure that you write in bold on your piece of paper, get started now. Do not wait. Get started now. Okay. Again, I said it earlier in the show, best time, actually I said in the show that I did just before this, best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time to plant a tree is now. Imagine if we had planted these trees 20 years ago, we'd be looking at beautiful, strong trees. Okay, we didn't do that. So how are you going to feel in 20 years looking back saying, I really should have done this, I really should have done that? How many regrets do you have in your life right now that you can track exactly that way? You know, something you should have done 5 years ago, something you should have done 10 years ago. How many of us should have bought Amazon stock 15 years ago? Should have bought Tesla stock 15 years ago? Should have bought Uber stock 15 years ago? How many of us should have done something that we knew at the time was probably a good idea, but our fear and our self-doubt held us back? How many of us should have done something last week and we knew we should have done it, but our fear and our self-doubt held us back? Don't let fear, don't let self-doubt hold you back. Do what you need to do to get started. Make sure that you have everything you need as a foundation, as a back prop, as everything in order to get out and take the steps that you need to be doing to be successful. I want to thank you for joining us on today's Joe for the Soul. It was a little different than our normal format. I want to remind you that moving into next week, we're probably just going to do Tuesdays and Thursdays live. You can catch us at the same place right here on YouTube for our Joe for the Soul live. I hope you found today's topic inspiring and empowering. Please let me know if you did. Let me know if you didn't. Let's all take a step towards breaking free from fear, one action at a time. I will see you next time, which will be next Tuesday. Until then, have a great weekend. Stay fearless, stay empowered, and as always, live your best life. I'll see you on the next Joe for the Soul. I'm Kevin Mills. Don't forget to check us out at reallykevin.com.
Well, that's a wrap for today's Really Kevin Joe for the Soul. Remember, every day is a new opportunity to shine, to chase those dreams, and to spread a little happiness wherever you go. As we move into the rest of our day, let's carry this positive energy with us. Let's be intentional about our actions, grateful for the little things, and always open to the joy that life has to offer. If you enjoyed today's show, be sure to tune in again next time. We've got more positivity, more motivation, and more great conversations coming your way. Until then, keep shining, keep growing, and keep spreading those good vibes. Have an amazing day, everyone. Stay blessed. stay happy, and I'll see you next time on Really Kevin Joe for the Soul.